This episode was previously recorded in front of an imaginary studio audience.
Time for Fun Knife Friday!
Alright, happy Fun Knife Friday, all you knife chatters out there. Your old pal Skip the Show coming back at you again from the Volcano Club. It's another Fun Knife Friday, and have I ever got a great knife to show you today. Yeah, and am I ready to have some fun with this fun knife? Bet your sweet bippy I am. But first, unfortunately, gotta cut away for this public service announcement from the Don't Get Eaten by Bear Foundation. But I'll be right back, and we're gonna have some fun with a really fun knife.
Knife Chats with Tobias in partnership with the DGE-BAB Foundation brings you this brief public service announcement.
Well, yee howdy, boys and girls. It's your old pal, Yakima Bob, and I'm here with my good pal, Jackalope Jake, and we're here on behalf of the Don't Get Eaten by Bear Foundation. Ain't that right, Jake?
That's right, Bob.
Yeah, and you know why we're here at this time of year?
It's spring, Bob.
That's right, it's springtime. And you know what happens in springtime?
Bears wake up.
Yeah, the bears come out of hibernation. And not only are they hungry, a lot of them mama bears have little baby bears, you know, them cub bears. And you don't want to get between a mama bear and a cub bear because they're going to eat you. So we just know that for a fact.
That's a fact, Bob. You want to hear another fact? I got another bear fact.
What's that, another fact?
There is not a single recorded account of a human being ever killing a bear with a knife.
I'm not sure about that, Jake. I'm pretty certain somebody has killed a bear with a knife.
Nope, never happened. No one's ever killed a bear with a knife.
Well, how can you be so certain?
Simple, Bob. Bears don't carry knives.
All right, Jake, you got me on that one. That's true. I have never seen a bear with a knife. I thought you meant a human being with a knife killing a bear.
Not too often. Maybe a time or two.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, and you know what? I actually have a couple accounts of human beings that have killed bears, and one of them was just a few years ago, back in 2007. A guy he was a bear hunter. Why a person would go hunting bears, I don't know. But in any case, he was out hunting bears with a party of other people, and somehow they ended up with only one shotgun between all three or four of them. And they had the bear treed, and they had an inexperienced person try and shoot the bear out of the tree, and there was dogs all around and everything else. And anyway, he emptied the shotgun, hitting the bear, and the bear fell out of the tree. And then, instead of the bear running away, which they thought the bear would do, the bear attacked the guy with the shotgun. And the person who was with him took out a knife and jumped on the back of the bear, and he started trying to jab the bear in the neck with a knife. And he kind of got the bear all PO'd, you know what I mean?
That's scary.
Yeah, the bear was really mad, and then he turned and he attacked the guy and knocked him down, and then one of the dogs jumped on the bear, and that distracted the bear, and then the bear went after the dog, and the guy got back up and started stabbing the bear again in the neck with the knife, and eventually the bear just kind of gave up and started walking away and then fell down dead. So apparently they finally got him. They don't know if he was, I don't know if he got shot and then was already wounded or whatever, but somehow they managed to kill the bear with a knife, or at least they finished him off with a knife. And there's another account where this guy, I think this is back in 1995 or so, where this guy was out and it was a grizzly bear. Can you imagine that?
A grizzly?
Yeah, a grizzly bear. And the guy was just out for a stroll, from what he says, and then somehow he got between the grizzly bear which was a mama grizzly bear, and the cubs, and the grizzly bear was not at all happy and just jumped out at the guy and knocked him down and started gnawing on his leg.
Gnawing on his leg?
Gnawing on his leg. And then the guy, he had a gun with him, but the grizzly bear was also sitting on the gun while he was gnawing on the guy's leg. So the bear must have knew something about the gun, because he wasn't letting him get to the gun. And then the guy managed to get to his knife while this grizzly bear was chewing on his leg. And then he started doing the same thing, going right for the jugular.
So this was some kind of circus bear?
What do you mean? I told you it was a grizzly bear. It wasn't a circus bear.
Well, then where did this juggler come from?
Not jugglers. It wasn't not somebody throwing balls up in the air. The jugular vein on the neck. It's apparently that's what he's doing. Had a big old knife and he started just jabbing the bear in the neck, and eventually the bear got annoyed or tired or whatever, or finished gnawing on the guy's leg, or maybe the cubs were safe or something, and so the grizzly bear started to walk away, and then it took about 4 or 5 steps, and then it dropped dead. But in both cases, the only reason the person managed to survive is because he was close to somebody who could give him aid. So somebody was there to give him some first aid, and they rushed him to the hospital, and they managed to do all sorts of stuff to keep these people alive. Most of the time, when you're trying to fight with a bear with a knife, the outcome does not go as well as it did for these two people. And I think they realized that they were lucky to still be alive after being attacked by these bears. So I don't think anyone ever goes out there with a knife thinking they're going to, fight a bear. Yeah, I really don't think. I know long time ago, Jake, did you know that people actually did do that? They actually would just go and with a knife and go to fight a bear.
That's crazy.
And they had these specially trained dogs, and they'd stick 20 or 30 dogs on the bear, and the dogs would just keep biting at the bear and chasing it until the bear got really, really tired and kind of fell down because it was so tired and is already blood loss and everything else. So the guy would just come up with a knife and then stick it in the neck and kill it. I don't know where the sport is in that, but that's what they used to do. That's how, a long time ago, back in the 16 and 1700s, that's the way they hunted bears. So now you know why bears don't really care too much for humans being around them, because we used to do mean, nasty things to them. So now they do mean, nasty things to us.
You humans shouldn't pick fight with bears.
But in any case, if you're out in there in the woods and you're worried about bears and you're thinking you're going to have a knife with you, I mentioned this before. If you got a knife with you and you think you're going to use it to kill a bear, you're being a little foolhardy. The only reason you carry that knife on you is you put your name on that knife so that when the bear eats you, and the knife, it will not get digested, and they'll find your knife in the bear poop, and they'll be able to identify you from the bear poop because your knife is in the bear poop. So that's one reason you have the knife with you. But if you are out there and you're thinking, well, if I get attacked by the bear, I want a good knife to do something with, this is probably not the knife you're going to use. You probably want something big, like this big old Western Bowie, something like this, something big, and you're going to want to be able to have something with a full tang and everything, because you don't want it to break, because you're going to have to jab all the way through all that bear fur and all that bear hide and everything, and somehow get into the jugular vein or the carotid artery. So you're going to be trying to jab it into the bear's neck. In the meantime, the bear's going to be getting kind of annoyed with you. We'll use that word. It's going to be getting annoyed with you, and it'll probably be chewing your face off while you're doing that. So, this might be a knife you could use, or you could use something like this one here. What do you think? Like this, like the Hudson Bay toothpick. Would you think that might work to eventually damage enough of the bear that he might decide this isn't worthwhile anymore?
It'll give you something to do while the bear's eating you.
Yeah, but most likely by the time the bear figures out he's so annoyed with you, or that this little sticker thing that you're sticking in his side or in the side of his neck, he might eventually say, "Oh, you know what? That's annoying, and I don't. I'm going to go eat somebody who's not fighting as much." That's really what they're going to do. But by then, you're probably half digested, so it probably did not save your life, and it might have killed the bear. But you probably won't be around to know if it killed the bear or not. Another one you might want to grab is just an old 10-inch long bayonet or something. But you're going to want a blade that's good 10 inches long, because you're going to have to get all the way through that neck into that bear and hit something good in the neck or something like that, or in the back of the neck or something like that. Don't you think so, Jake?
It might spoil his dinner.
And what do you think the end result will be?
You're eating.
Yeah, another dead hiker. So if you're really going out there thinking, I'm going to take me on a bear, and I'm going to, just remember, the best result will be you'll be only partially digested, and you might make it to a hospital, and you might survive, but most likely you're going to be dead, and the bear's going to be annoyed. If you're lucky, it might end in a draw. With that said, just go out there, be safe, and don't get eaten by a bear. And you can not get eaten by a bear by staying away from the bear. And so that's my advice. What do you say, Jake?
I say bears are mean and they're gonna eat you.
The best way not to get eaten by a bear is to stay away from a bear. With that said, go out there and have fun.
The Don't Get Eaten by a Bear Foundation thanks you for your continued support. We now return to our regular program. Cue camera one. Okay, we're on, Skip.
Yeah, I'm going to finish talking. Jesus. I'd like to talk about my knife for a while, but geez, it's just going on and on and on.
Skip, we're back. We're rolling, Skip.
What's that? Oh, we're back? Oh, hi everybody. Your old pal Skip. I got my mouth mold. I didn't think he was ever going to shut up. Man. Oh, well. Now it's time to talk about a really fun night.
Out of time, Skip.
What's that?
Out of time.
You got to be kidding me.
Sorry, we're up against a hard break.
Sorry. Looks like it's going to have to wait till next week, Knife Chatters. Until then, if your knife's not fun, you're doing it wrong. And I'm obviously doing it wrong, because the only person who had any fun today was Yakima Bob and Jackalope Jake. That's a really good apple. Get out. All right. There you have it, all you Knife Chatters. Been your old pal, Skip the Show. Another fun Knife Friday in the books. Remember, if your knife's not fun, you're doing it wrong. Skip out.
If your knife's not fun, you're doing it wrong, and Skip Out are registered trademarks of Skip the Show Enterprises. This has been a Cat Production presentation. All rights reserved.